Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, me versus one of my longtime rivals on 2K with the YouTube and stuff like that as well. Shout out to Dnell. We have now squashed our beef after years of kind of going back and forth with stuff like that. Really all over a lot of petty BS from 2v2 that we've played against each other back in 2K20 as well. Thankfully, like I said, we're all kind of squashed beef at this point, but we matched up in the Uncle Demi 2v2 tournament. In case you guys missed it, we played Power in the last video. Obviously, it kind of already gives away the fact that we won against Power if we're here now, but if you want to check that out and you haven't already, and you want to check that out before this, feel free to. But nonetheless, we got me and my boy Nut lined up at the 1 and the 2 right here versus Dnell and Benz. Now, I will show you Dnell's build real quick. I don't have any looks at Benz, but I will tell you this. Benz was on a 99 block Hall of Fame anchor build at the 2, and Dnell has 93 interior defense with like 89 block as well, silver anchor. It's a crazy matchup. We just came off playing Power that was running 2 bigs with like a rim protector and a post scorer at the 2, and then I'm like, okay, thank God, I'm about to be able to carry a little bit more, because Nut, my boy right here, has 150 games played on this game, and this is the build that he uses. He's on a 6'11" that has nearly no steal, has pretty mediocre perimeter defense, obviously pretty solid speed for being as tall as he is, but nonetheless, this build is a little bit of an unorthodox build. You're going to see a lot of mid-range game from him, a lot of three-pointers. We have kind of a weird pick and roll style where he's at the 2 and I'm at the 1, so it's really like very unorthodox compared to what most people do. Nonetheless, people don't even really use an inside big on 2s at all for that matter, and this build is really interesting. Obviously, it's kind of tailored to have a little bit more standing dunk, post control, close shot, more of like an inside out post scorer, whereas with this one, he's kind of just functioning as a pick and roll ball handler and kind of a semi post scorer or just shot creator, so to say, like a 6'11" shot creator. Now, what I am running is my typical 6'9" build, pure slasher, sort of 93 dunk, 88 driving lay, 70 standing dunk with no shooting as well. And not to mention the lineup restrictions on this as far as what badges you can run. I can only run bronze limitless takeoff and we can only run silver glove. So those are the restrictions. And for me as a pure slasher, that bronze limitless takeoff goes so hard for nerfing my playstyle. If you saw it in the last video, I was struggling real bad against Power. Thankfully, Nut was able to carry us, and once again has 150 games played on the park. That's so crazy. He barely plays the game, and he's low-key carrying. But anyway, like I said, restrictions as far as the badges go, just keep that stuff in mind. The lack of me and Nut even playing together, I don't even like 2s that much for that matter either. I just decided to hop in here. He asked me to play this with him, so I decided why not. I was just going to go for it. I didn't really know about the badge restrictions though. But real quick, before we get into this, I want to talk about the takeover perks. So in the last one, Power and Post Drew both had Accelerator, and then I only had Accelerator and Nut had nothing. Nut realized how easy it would be to get Decelerator, and I was telling him how good it would be. Come to find out, Dnell's actually using Decelerator against me too, so that hurts my takeover even more as well. But Decelerator is a really underrated takeover perk. I'm a pretty big fan of it, and I'm also a pretty big not fan of it when it's going against me. But here we are. It is what it is. Also, I almost forgot to show Dnell's build. This is what he's working with at the 1. Again, I'm flabbergasted at this. I can't believe how much like of a pure lock sense people were bringing in at the 1 position for 2v2 stuff, which it's all good. People can obviously use whatever they want. It's obviously unfortunate for me because I'm already being nerfed in my playstyle to be only able to run the bronze limitless takeoff instead of gold as a pure slasher. Then on top of that too, we got Dnell, the 1 with 93 interior D, 89 block. And like I said, Benz, I can't show it to you, but he had 99 block Hall of Fame anchor. Crazy stuff, bro. And I have no matchups as far as what's convenient for me to go at. So we really just got to figure out how to make things work. And we did figure that out in the last series as well. But anyway, into the gameplay finally. Like I said, best of 5s as well. So whoever gets the first 3 wins, essentially. We all know how best of 5s work. But anyway, you can see they're actually going to switch Dnell onto Nut off rip. They're trying to put their lockdown on our more kind of perimeter ball handler, and then they're trying to switch their big man with Benz right here down to me. Now, you guys know I like to maybe duck the inbounds a little bit, where obviously with me at the point guard position and Nut at the 2, generally when people try and do stuff like that, I stay away from him on the inbound so they can't get those switches off clean. But nonetheless, I kind of pass up a little bit of an open dunk right there, and then we're just passing out to Nut, and then he's not able to get the 3 either. Dnell also hits me with a walk back, and then I kind of try and get open on like a semi-fast break, so to say. I was just trying to give him somewhere to throw to because obviously it's 90 plus steal at both positions, so it's going to be a little bit hard on the passing lanes. I wanted to give him somewhere to throw the ball, but come to find out, he didn't even grab the rebound. So I need to adjust that a little bit as far as my mentality. You can see I'm trying to play some hands up defense on Dnell. He hits me with another walk back. Green, 6-2, just like that. Off the walk back attempt into O-board, into catch and shoot, and then obviously the walk back right there. So I got to just kind of focus up on the walk backs a little bit. Dnell does come out here with a little bit of more basic ISO style. It's going to be what most people on the game do, essentially, where it's just either the catch and run or, you know, just the kind of walk back 3s. I will say, 2K can get pretty solid with the fades though. Right there, he goes for the post fade. I'm just waiting, being really patient with the inbound defense. We're trying to make sure we don't throw any scaries. Right here, I'm trying to get the ball back to Nut. I kind of hold the screen but then release off it, and as you can see, a little bit more confidence with the pick and roll game in this game. I come to find out, like, it's going to be pretty defensive games with this stuff. Everybody is pretty nerfed with the way that their style works. So even if I have to take some bad takes, it is what it is. It's just kind of how the game has to work. As you can see, Nut's going for that three-pointer right there. Really solid shot by him. I gotta say, that was fire. I mean, that's a crazy, unexpected shot that low-key turns into open, even though I thought it would be semi-contested. But anyway, passing over to him again. I'm gonna kind of hit him with like a random pick and roll. I gotta kind of just read and react. I gotta just watch Dnell on the backside and be able to tell what he's doing. Not gonna lie to you though, this is probably the most strategical game that we had, as far as, especially compared to the power one. So this one right here, obviously, if Dnell is on me, and I just told you guys, he probably is trying to switch on to Nut as well and let this guy get the backside, I'm going to be trying to slip through really, really hard right here. And as you can see, Dnell was planning to step up and away from me and off me, so to say, and Nut makes a really good read right here. Low-key probably could have even still shot the ball. It was just really good timing off the slip right there. We get it to go. Unfortunately, though, Dnell starts to pick up on my tendencies a little bit and ends up hitting me off that steal from the Dexes. Now, Benz ends up missing a wide open three-pointer right there. I'm floating around trying to give some Nut somewhere to throw the ball. We do also have Dnell on me, so I'm going to be trying to go for that dunk beater a little bit more, and boom, we get it to pop off. Now, ironically, it's still 93 interior defense with 89 block and good anchor. We get him with a really random cut right there, though. Dnell's hawking the passing lanes a little bit. By far, a much more free-flowing offensive game than we had against Power or anything like that. You can see I'm going to hit him with the walk back, trying to come back and ISO him, hit him with the behind the back and put him in the dunk meter again for a 17-6 lead. Right here, I'm sitting on the wing, trying to get him with the back door. He's all over this stuff, though. I try and come back again, even move a little bit closer to the middle to avoid the passing lane, then go for the contact dunk meter, but Dnell blocks me out of it. Once again, great interior defense, good defender just on the sticks as well from him, and it's just tough. Right here, I'm trying to give us a little bit of a bailout at the shot clock once again. Get the O-board, though, off the miss, pass back out to Nut, get the worm, and we are still able to get the shot to go, and we have team takeover now, too, with the double take for me. I did end up switching to lock secondary in this game as well. Wanted to just maybe, if we have to play them slower paced games and stuff like that, be able to just kind of have more lockdown takeover. Like, for instance, right here, this exact situation, for example. I understood that if we get team takeover, because these games do take a while and it's a lot of passing back and forth and we kind of play as a pretty solid team, me having lock take could go a long way. So to have this as a secondary really paid off right here pretty good. However, as you can see, unreal shot right there from Dnell. I believe that's either an 89 or a 69% contest. I think it's 89. I can't, my eyes are not very good either, by the way, but anyway, crazy contest right there on a standing layup with lock takeover on as well. I'm pretty positive if you look at Dnell's build, his close shot was not that great either, or driving lay for that matter. But as you can see, we kind of get him thinking like, okay, that's probably not a good look on that one. So Nut's able to back up, play the passing lane with 30 steal, by the way. It's crazy. I mean, he just happened to be right place, right time as well on that one a little bit more. Right here, I'm still going to try and go at Dnell if they keep him on me. I want them to think about switching. However, as you can see, I fail the Euro attempt into the Euro dunk, and boom, he's able to get the block and he gets the ball back. So not the greatest efficiency from me. I started the game 6 for 6, and I'm now 0 for 3 on my last 3 attempts, whether it was the contact dunk or the shot clock bailout into contact dunk attempt or the Euro that I had right there. Dnell is out of adrenaline right here. As you can see, I'm playing back off him a little bit, watching these off-ball dexes. We end up switching that really solid, as you can see, and I'm down there for the interior defense. Great defense for me and Nut. We're getting everything down, we're really understanding how to work together on defense a whole lot better as well. Dnell has rim take, so I'm not trying to take it. We give it to Nut and work the random pick and roll. He ends up fading to the middle, and as you can see, we get the first game 22-8. So once again, these are best of 5s. First person to win 3 games, essentially, is literally just the winner. So for game 1 box score, we were lucky enough that Benz turned the ball over one time and also just missed his only shot attempt that he took. Dnell got the really contested shot in the interior, but also hit me with 2 really good 3-pointers and just got wide open off him as well. So a couple fine-tuning things that we'll definitely have to stay looking out for moving forward. But as you can see, like I said, I started 6 for 6 in that game, ended 0 for 3 though, but Nut was able to get the closing buckets for us, and it went a long way, 100%. So into game 2, they get ball first. Obviously, you can see we got ball first in game 1, so it'll just alternate unless it reaches game 5, in which case it's whoever has the most points scored on anything like that, or the best margin of victory, I should say. Anyway, you can see Dnell is coming out there trying to close shot mash again after he doesn't really have a basket. I'm going underneath everything, trying to make sure I don't get caught in any pick and rolls, or we don't really have to switch on the screens off a pick and pop. As you can see, defending it really well. They don't really have anywhere to go. I end up getting contest right there. He ends up shooting the late. It was shot clock violation anyway. So that really goes a long way. Right here, they already switched Dnell onto Nut. It's already going to be kind of tough. My screening, let me explain why this is a problem too, and why we really don't want this to be the case. So my screens, as you can see if I do hold a screen, ends up trying to screen Benz. Benz is Nut's matchup, so the game thinks that I'm trying to screen Benz instead of Dnell, when really, the arrows just haven't flipped. So the problem is, I know I've heard people say like in the past, like in 2K20 when I would talk about these issues, they'd be like, just take your arrows off, that'll fix it. Bro, it's an offensive thing. It's about their arrows. Their arrows are not switching. Dnell's arrow is still on me, so I can't screen him because he is quote unquote my matchup. So it becomes a problem when you run wonky lineups like this, how we have on the twos, where I'm the pick and roller at the point guard and Nut's the pick and roll ball handler as the two. So that's why it's being so weird and just kind of iffy, so to say right there. So that's why it'll get a little bit annoying. You will see though, I try and hit him with the Dex. We actually get a little bit of a graze on Dnell right there. I'm hoping that Nut can get an open shot. I'm able to get down low on the basket though, even though I'm hoping for kind of the free board offensive rebound, so to say. Once again, I'm trying to hit Dnell with the cut. We low-key almost get hawked on the passing lane again. Once again, I got 99 block on me. Can't really go at that at all. Now we're over here fumbling the passes. I'm trying to get stuff to go, get some really like horrible twist around pass. Honestly, just complete bad possession from us, just in total. Right here, I get dotted a little bit, try and jump out. Nut with a perfect bait though. That was absolutely insane. Baited the drive, ended up getting back for the pass, not out of position anywhere. And now Dnell's out of adrenaline. Nut's in perfect position, gets a driving lay on him, nothing going, and then boom, we're able to get the ball back. Now again, just keep in mind, offense is going to be a little bit tough. We're going at pretty much 2 pure locks right here, so everything can get ugly at any time, just like it did in the Power Series. But nonetheless, you're going to see I'm trying to hold screens. I think they're going to be trying to keep Benz on the backside a little bit more. You can see he steps up a tad bit late, and that KD fade goes so hard, man. It's so crazy how fast it is and so able to just generate threes. And as you can see, I'm just kind of putting them in the 2v1s. If we get Dnell playing the passing lanes on the wings and stuff like that, and I'm able to get it off, because honestly, I'm still attempting to do these, and if I can swerve good enough off of them where I'm kind of like maneuvering in and then spamming, like, or not even spamming, dexing back out right here, and I'm trying to have Nut just kind of hit me right on time, like almost on some football stuff where I'm just running like a timing route and he has to hit me at the perfect time right there, and it works pretty good. And again, you can see Dnell gets out of position. I'm now in a 2-on-1 where Benz is on the backside and just has to read between me and Nut. He's got to play 2-on-1. So when in doubt, let it fly for the dunk. Again, bronze boneless takeoff kind of takes away the ability to run quick drops. It gives me the front clutches right there, which is still okay. It's definitely a solid dunk package. You can see I don't really believe Dnell is going to switch or anything like that, so I'm trying to full screen him. Nut once again fading to the corner, outrunning him and just going crazy, bro. Right here you can see I try and have him dex away from me to the corner. This is kind of my style, so I was trying to introduce Nut to a lot of like new kind of mechanics and maneuvers that I like to do on twos, because I don't play twos very often, but when I do, I'm lined up at point guard and I'm generally playing with someone bigger than me. So what I don't like is when the people at the big try and switch on to me. So what I can also find is that you can get some free buckets along the way. So right here I tell Nut to dex corner to stay away from me, because obviously then if I run to the paint on a cut, then Benz right here can't leave Nut until Dnell gets there first, because obviously he just backs up and tries to play my paint, then Nut's just gonna be wide open for corner 3. So I've seen people in the past talk about, why are they playing you like that? You can't shoot. Why aren't they just switching early? This is the problem. This is the whole point. This is game planning. I'm not stupid. I know what we're doing here a little bit. It's just we have to execute on the inbounds pretty good. So we do execute on it pretty good, because Nut keeps pushing it away from Dnell. I try and cut, and now we have the kept matchups. It's not even like we forced a switch or anything like that. We just kept the matchups. That's essentially what we did. Now, if Nut moves toward me, this is at least what I'm thinking. I don't even know what's going to happen on this play yet. But if Nut moves toward me on a pick and roll and I slip early, it'll allow Dnell the opportunity to switch up to Nut. But if I slip early enough, I can beat Benz to the basket before he even gets there and switches to me. But nonetheless, like I said, it's just lack of chemistry, lack of communication. If right here, I'm thinking like if Nut could push it to the right and like force Dnell to step up or anything like that, give Dnell even an opportunity to switch, that he would. But nonetheless, again, just lack of chemistry, lack of communication. It is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate, but nonetheless, I'm on the offensive rebounds. Unfortunately, the second one, though, I don't get. Benz has the ball down low. I'm flying up to Dnell, trying to guard him up top. We still have a 9-0 lead. It's all good. But like I said, if me and Nut played a little bit more together, we'd probably know stuff like that a lot better, a lot more knowledgeable and stuff like that. But it's just what it is. And I definitely don't play twos very often. I'll say that much. I rarely play twos on this game. Unfortunately, though, I give Dnell a free 3, and then he just gets a free rim run right there on a layup as well. So 5 points unanswered just off some really easy, quick stuff right there. So now I'm trying to fight through. Once again, they're running some kind of random miscellaneous pick and pop, and Benz is able to get that 3-pointer to go as well. So we got to establish whether we're playing a little bit more sides or front back, or just like whether we're trying to like not switch on those crossers and stuff, because they do it a lot off the inbound. They seem to be sending the inbounder kind of away from the ball handler. You can see solid contest right there. I kind of predict Dnell's shot, and we're able to just get in position for that. Now I got Benz on me, switched on. I can't really get very many good looks. I'm trying to just run the random miscellaneous pick and roll with him, and we get a nice little give and go sort of quick screen, so to say. Now Dnell is once again dropping really good for those passing lanes and stuff like that, and they're able to get their full switch off really clean. Low key, a nice opportunity to back pluck right there. We're able to get Nut open on the midi fade though, and my man is not missing any of those, bro. He's going so hard with this stuff. Once again, I'm trying to set up the wing cuts because Dnell is going so hard on these lanes. He was playing really good, by the way, for that matter, but he's like hawking those lanes. So I'm trying to set up the wing cut where maybe I can just catch him hawking really hard to the passing lane on the wing, and then I can cut past him. But nonetheless, he plays it really good, hits Benz on the cut, 10-13, just like that. And again, this is a huge game for us. We could go up 2-0, or we could just have it be tied 1-1. So right here, Dnell with the behind the back, doing the little snatch back, able to just look at a decent rim run opportunity, goes for the 3-pointer, bails out. Ben's looking for the rim run, gives over to Dnell. Dnell is going to be on the drive as well. Doesn't really have much going for him. Pass it down to Benz, and we got them locked up. But here's the problem. I overstep a little bit too far to his left to protect the rim run to the baseline, and he beats me to the middle on a fade and gets it right at the buzzer. Great shot, really tough opportunity for me. Dnell ends up looking for another fade, bails out again, ends up getting the ball back, goes for another fade, and bangs it in the corner. Man, it was a frustrating set of circumstances right here. You don't even want to know how frustrated I am in this moment, but thankfully, I just kind of talked myself out of being irritated, because obviously I don't want to like sell Nut just off me doing stupid things on defense, like overreaching, playing bad defense. Right here, I'm going underneath, I'm fighting through really hard. I don't really believe in Dnell to like shoot that stuff from like the super deep or like over a screen or anything like that. So we're just going under to like just let no miscommunication happen, essentially. And right here, you can see great defense. We're able to stop him from the shot, get another shot clock violation. Either way, it would have been a super contested post fade. So now we're back on offense. We got Nut with the ball. I'm trying to get out the way once again because I'm thinking they're going to switch Dnell onto him, but nonetheless, it's going to be pretty unpredictable. Dnell has rim take, so he can definitely defend me at the end of the day. It is what it is. Nut with another midi fade right here. Great shot, great opportunity off the offensive rebound, and this is just kind of showing the synergy between our two builds as well. Nut low-key kind of wants to make a new build on top of that doesn't even have finishing to play with me. I'm low-key not even opposed to it either. But anyway, you can see random pick and roll. I'm passing back to Nut. He hits the shot on the wing, bangs it 18-16, just like that. Absolutely huge shot. Right here on this possession, we're going to pass over to Nut. I'm thinking setting up pick and roll, and then boom, he just has an open rim run. Simple as that. So we'll take the free buckets anytime we can get. And now he's got takeover as well. Has the shot creator on instead of Sharp from yesterday in yesterday's video playing against Power. And boom, we get the 2-0 lead off 22-16, just like that. And I gotta say, shout out to Nut. He went in, he put us in the bag this game. I mean, 7 for 9, 2 for 2 from 3. We both contributed a turnover, but either way, it's okay. We're playing pretty solid defense. Their 2 turnovers that they had were both shot clock violations, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, it doesn't show any turnovers like for Dnell or Benz, but again, the 2 turnovers were the shot clock violations. So most of the defense that we played in this game was just playing good stick defense. Nothing to do with steals or anything like that. We had 0 steals, nothing like that. But they still shoot 6 for 8. It's just that they couldn't even get shots off on 2 possessions. So the shot clock violations went a long, long way. So here we are, game 3. We're up 2-0, and now we have a little bit of a comfortability, but obviously we have to be a little bit careful, and unfortunately, I thought that was a great pass opportunity to be made. And Dnell hawks the lane again. He is honestly the only person that's given me kryptonite to that as well. I've generally been able to get pretty open off those little like ins and outs, so to say. Right here, I'm trying to fight under. They end up doing a nice little pick and roll slip though. And once again, we're a little bit out of sync, out of like order when it comes to our pick and roll defense. Again, I'm trying to go underneath, but then Dnell hits me with a solid rim run. I'm going for like kind of a bump steal, reach in right there. And again, I'm putting Nut in a bad spot trying to play that reach in defense. And I get really frustrated in some of these games, and you can see, I'm really going to go for a lot more steals and stuff. I do need to chill, though. The way that me and Nut play defense in this game is very, very solid structural defense that just doesn't have a whole lot of reaching or anything like that. Really quick slip right here. Nut's gonna hit me. I'm gonna go with a little pump fake, and then we get him on a relocate back to the mid-range, and he bangs literally every shot that he takes. I mean, he rarely misses open, bro. It's pretty insane. Right here, get Dnell kept on me. I'm gonna try and just get out the way, and once again, they're already switching. They're already rotating. Nut with a little bit of an like, I would say, unadvised pass right here. I ended up watching back, and Dnell was like, that's gotta be a steal, because as you can see right here, he ends up trying to switch up early and trying to send Benz back to me, so I'm not even gonna run up to him and screen. I'm just getting out the way and down to the paint. Either way, they're both not really in the greatest position, and I just get him on a pass back to the mid-range, and great shot opportunities for us right there. So I believe that wasn't really that BS of an offensive possession. You can see, once again, Dnell is kind of hawking, trying to go over to Nut. I'm trying to get out the way really, really quick, and at the end of the day, I probably thought Nut could hit me for the slip right there. That's why I actually pressed X. It's not like I went for the rebound. I didn't press Y or anything like that. I just assumed that he was passing to me, so I just hit X. Either way, I would have had a free board, so I probably should just play a little bit more reactionary. But Dnell passes over to Benz wide open, misses it though, but gets his own offensive rebound super far. My little lunge passing lane puts me in position to go guard Dnell right there. I'm all over him. We're playing really good defense, 5 seconds, but boom, they throw a heater over to Benz, and he misses wide open again, but they're on offensive rebound position, and Dnell gets an offensive rebound into the dunk down below. Tough situation, man. 2 long O boards that I was just out of position for. Once again, I'm going for these reach-ins way too much. I gotta chill out, bro. And these are where, like I said, the frustration kind of baskets like that on that last one with 2 O boards really puts me in bad mentalities. I gotta stop reaching. I gotta stop doing stuff like that so much. Benz passes up another open 3-pointer opportunity right there. Maybe because of Nut's Prim D though. I think it only would have been open because of the Prim D, and maybe you're expecting that's a little bit contested. Otherwise, as you can see though, we have great positioning off that pass. Nut, however, is going to get back plucked by Dnell. Dnell was absolutely getting in his bag in this game. Gets the steal, gets the standing dunk again, gets his primary rim take, by the way, to pop off. I get a perfect bump steal there though. And I did hear him say that it was a desperation steal. I ended up watching back his stream too. And again, it's not out of malice. It's not out of hate. I just wanted to hear and see what they were thinking as well after the whole thing was over. But nonetheless, I want to talk about why I did what I did here. So I kind of picked up on the fact that they do a lot of these little walkthrough inbounds where they just have Dnell kind of walk through, and then boom, Benz taps that A button as soon as it's about to be a handoff, so that he can get really good momentum already moving forward. So what I'm doing off this to counter it, I'm running way over to his right. You're seeing I'm already trying to cut off his right, and now I'm even moving further to the right. I didn't exactly get the best bump steal animation. What I was assuming to happen was I wanted to set my guy up to the complete right side of him and get the bump steal with my right hand right here, or aka the one closer to his body. But either way, I set up for that bump steal because of the fact that I thought that they were going to do this little walkthrough thing. And I wanted to get way over to his right because that's the only way he logically would still move off of that. So not exactly like a desperation steal. It's something that I was planning to do a little bit. We definitely needed it though. I was reaching pretty hard in the early parts. You're going to see I end up just going with the rim take myself and 99 block. I mean, it's just tough, man. He ended up not jumping. I mean, really right there, you do have to jump. You got to put a hand up or something. But either way, Benz gets a steal on me. I get the steal back. I'm trying not to throw any scaries or anything like that right here. So we're going to wait a little bit until Nut is actually dexing around a little bit. But as you can see, I kind of get in position on him, and boom, we get the free take right there. Simple as that. Now I have takeover, but Dnell has his rim take. So I'm not exactly looking to attack him. I'm just kind of faking that to let Nut dex around a little bit. You can see he fades to the corner off that. Really nice. Wide open once again. KD fade goes so hard, bro. I think people are sleeping on it. I know a lot of people talk about the 6-1s and stuff, and that it's so nice to have the Trae Young fade and stuff like that, but KD is so slept on, bro. You can see Nut with another great shot, getting in his bag once again. I'm going to be coming up here on the inbound, not trying to let Dnell get any opportunities at stealing it. We got Ben switched on to me. I hit a little behind the back that kind of gets cut off a little bit by the fact that he was playing tight defense on me, but nonetheless, I'm able to still get it to work, and the whole plan was to dunk me to this anyway. I was just trying to behind the back to the right regardless, and we get the little front clutch, whatever the heck that animation is, and I get the green to go with it on the 99 block and the rim take involved in it. Nonetheless, they were both out of position. Right here, I'm trying to attack Dnell again, but we can't get anything to go, so I'm coming back trying to hit the decks. Nut's going to try and get some shot opportunity on him. I try and kind of nudge Dnell right there, and we get into offensive rebound position. I'm down low again, and we go for the standing dunk, get that to go as well. Honestly, I think I did get a little bit lucky in this series, a little bit, where I feel like some of these standing dunks just weren't working against Power and Drew, whereas now in this series they just are. And again, you can see right here, we're low on the shot clock, Nuts low on adrenaline. I'm coming up and I'm just going to take it straight at the rim take, and Dnell's playing hands up D. We get the green dunk meter that it wasn't even a contact. And low key, I was running easy blow bys takeover, which opens up my open dunk meter like crazy, but I think the rim take, and honestly with him being on rim take, his interior defense is 99 with like block in like the high 90s as well or something like that. He has like silver anchor as well. So this is going to be a tough take, and as you can see, the meter is extremely small, extremely small. I know a lot of people are like, no skill BS. I can't believe how stupid that dunk meter stuff is. I didn't see anybody throughout the whole rest of the tournament doing this stuff at all. I probably saw one clip of a dunk meter being used throughout literally like 40 or 50 different games, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox for that matter. So for me to do this with bronze limitless takeoff and going at rim takeover as well with like 99 interior defense, and this size of a dunk meter right here is unbelievable, bro. That was a great opportunity for us with no adrenaline or anything like that. I tried to get in my bag right here. I am not trying to duplicate it though. I only did that out of desperation. I am not trying to go straight at the rim take. I'm trying to off-ball Dex. You can see Dnell is doing the same thing as what Power did, where he's kind of sitting paint, and I'm trying to like take advantage of that by maneuvering and trying to off-ball kind of like with the ball in my hand screen. And I'm also trying to do it right here. You can see they get Benz overstepping a little bit, and we're able to get Nut that midi fade. Unfortunately, it's a 15% though. I get the board, and I'm trying to once again get in the way a little bit, but nice pick and roll into a dunk again. And the game 3 for the sweep, 22-13. Crazy. And again, I really do want to say good games to Dnell. He did everything he could in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Ben's kind of sold a little bit here, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't hit every open jump shot that you take, especially if you only have like 80 something three-pointer. So it is what it is, man. They came out with double locks, and we were able to just play pretty good defense, and I would say manage the offense pretty solid too, for the fact that they did have like double crazy good rim protectors and double crazy good locks in general. So anyway, great games to them. Obviously, like on the takeover count, like, or takeover perk, I would say Benz doesn't even have one, so it's a little bit of an unfair matchup that way. But regardless, it is what it is. 6 for 6 for me in that closeout game right there. We had Nut 4 for 7, but I think I recovered most of his offensive rebounds anyway, at least like 1 or 2 of them. And obviously, again, the turnovers, but it is what it is. It's natural. It's going to happen against these types of teams where Dnell has really good steal. He's able to get those passing lanes on my inbounds and stuff like that. I don't want to let them get the arrows and force the matchups like that either, because some of you are probably like, well, why are you even doing that maneuver in the first place? You could just get the ball in cleanly. But again, I have to keep Dnell on me, and I have to keep Benz on Nut. So I have to do those maneuvers and try to at least like force them to keep matchups, or else we're going to have issues with screening, of the screens facing the wrong way. We're going to have issues of me going at like a 99 dunk Hall of Fame anchor build. Not happening. I'm telling you that much. So anyway, great games right there. Shout out to Dnell and Benz once again. Also, I want to show mad respect to Dnell. Me and him, like I said, it had some stupid beef back in 2K20. I hate that was even a thing, but shout out to him. He seems to be very cool with like how things are between us now and stuff like that too. So it's all good, man. But anyway, this is the other side of the bracket that actually happened at that same time as me and Dnell. So this was the semifinals essentially, and the other side of the semifinals was Nade versus Solo. So Solo was on kind of a double ball handler lineup, whereas Nade is once again kind of on the same thing as Dnell, where he's running the double locks. Long story short, Solo actually wins, and we end up with this as our finals matchup on the Xbox side. So you can see Xbox Championship 2v2 Deuces Wild Tournament, Nut versus Solo. Nut was our team captain, by the way, so that's why I'm not also featured on like any of the logo stuff or anything like that. I was very cool with it. I was cool with just kind of being low key with this stuff, and didn't really want to be a team captain or anything like that anyway. So as you can see, this is what's going to be on our next video. This is the Xbox Finals. So this is getting posted no matter we win or lose, anything like that. And I do appreciate those who aren't really putting any spoilers in the like comments or anything like that either, because obviously it goes a long way for the content. So I hope y'all enjoy. Be sure to tune into that. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think like something to do with a 2v2 tournament championship would kind of pop for a title or not. I don't know whether you guys care about stuff like that, or if you're just here to kind of see the content creator versus content creator. Would have gone a long way if we could have played Nade in the final for like the title. I feel like Nade's name kind of just pops a little bit more for, you know, playing just in general him, kind of like Powers does as well. Not to say Solo doesn't at all, but long story short, regardless, I just want to know if you guys are interested as far as like what the title would be and stuff like that. But that's more of a me issue. It's probably not on you guys to let me know anyway. But regardless, that's off video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, something new, turn on noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. Made it to the end of the video. Put nut in the comments. Show support to me all the way through. Shout out to my boy. He is going crazy throughout this whole championship bracket and stuff like that too. And really awesome. Not to mention, by the way, whoever wins on this Xbox side in the summer ends up going over to California and playing the winner of the PlayStation side too. So I think it's low-key something where maybe the next community day that we'll actually be able to do this as well. So we'll see how that goes as well. And just, you know, obviously we have to win this round first if that's even the case. So anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. And on that, take it easy, man. Peace.